Welcome back on Facebook today. We're talking about this study on the Huffington Post that says more 13 to 18-year-olds are using birth control pills. Our question to you was, do you think this is too young? Do you think it's appropriate? Or do you think it's maybe just a smart way to curb some birth control? Glenn Dietzel says that, the story hasn't really changed. Chuck Poe says that people need to remember that it's not just girls who are involved in this. It does take a boy as well, so all the blame does not need to be on all the girls. There's about 18 comments so far. Brianna Johnson says, wow, any more people should know it's not what they think is best, but what society teaches young girls. When there's things on TV like 16 and Pregnant on MTV, of course we need to protect our daughters. We also have to look at the medical side because a lot of girls do take it for period reasons, so not necessarily just for contraception. So comp on Facebook, let us know what you think. It's kind of one of those touchy topics, and we're using it as a tangential topic from the new abortion law that's in place in the state of Missouri that we're talking about today. Moving on into your politics this morning, it looks like the federal government may face a cash crunch responding to Hurricane Irene, and that will hurt Joplin in the short term. We'll have more on that in about 6 minutes, but first, NBC's Tracy Potts looks at how Mother Nature is wading right into another political debate.
As I've told governors and mayors from across the affected area, if they need something, I want to know about it. We're going to make sure that we respond as quickly and effectively as possible.
That could be expensive. Damage estimates from Irene top $2 billion, and that's just insured losses. States and the federal government may have to shell out billions more.
We're there for the survivors. We'll be there through the length of these disasters.
But FEMA, the Federal Emergency Management Agency, only has about $1 billion on hand. So they're putting payments for long-term projects from the Joplin, Missouri tornadoes on hold.
They say they'll have to stop on that for now, as long as they have cash flow going out for Irene. They don't have the money to do both at the same time.
FEMA expects Congress will free up more money for Irene. If not, states already dealing with tight budgets may have to kick in even more. New York's already doubled the number of National Guard troops helping with the cleanup.
They'll be working with the MTA, they'll be working with the Port Authority, they'll be assisting the NYPD.
It's all adding up. FEMA says it'll take a few more days to get a handle on the total cost of the damage.
And that was NBC's Tracy Potts reporting. Early estimates put that total loss figure at $7 billion.
6:45 is your time this morning. Weather and traffic looks pretty good. Roads are going to be dry. Temperatures are going to be rather pleasant this morning. We'll talk more about your school bus forecast coming up in just a bit.
Coming up on a Monday here on Today, complete coverage of the aftermath of Irene. At least 23 deaths are being blamed on that storm, with damage estimates in the billions. And this morning, there is still widespread flooding in Vermont. We're live all along the East Coast with the latest. Also ahead, the mysterious disappearance of an engaged college student in Ohio that has police baffled. We'll talk to that woman's father. Plus, former Vice President Dick Cheney speaks out about his controversial new memoir and some of his most private moments in the White House. We'll hear from him exclusively. And the big moment at last night's Video Music Awards as Beyonce and Jay-Z reveal they're expecting. We've got that and much more ahead as we get started on a Monday morning right here on Today.